Hi everyone, it's me, Lubna. Today is Sunday, December 1st, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about how we can achieve a feeling of connectedness with other people by being non-judgmental. And I wanted to talk about this topic in relation to a passage I read yesterday in the book Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by David Hawkins, MD, PhD. And the passage that I wanted to share from this book comes from the chapter titled Relationships. And within that chapter, there is a section titled Connectedness. So I wanted to read that entire section aloud to you today. And I'll show it to you first in case you'd like to read it for yourself. So it's that entire section under the heading Connectedness. And I'll read that aloud to you now. Here it goes. Connectedness. When our inner feelings are of peacefulness, serenity, tranquility, stillness, openness, and simplicity, the effect on other persons is to increase their awareness along with our own, and to give them a greater sense of freedom, perfection, unity, and at oneness with ourselves. In their relationship with us, they will feel joined, they will identify with us, they will understand at a deep level, and they will feel in communion with us. As a consequence, they will seek our presence, because in it they feel complete, recognized, and contented. They will experience an increased awareness of their own real self. They will feel higher in our presence or when they think of us. Their response back to us will be that of love and gratitude for the blessing of our presence. In such a relationship, goals are automatically and effortlessly accomplished. Because we are not holding negativity, there is nothing we wish to hide from the other person, and this openness allows the other person to drop all defenses. Nothing is hidden out of guilt or fear, and there is a very conscious psychic connectedness. It is on this level that so-called telepathic phenomena occur with regularity. When we are in total harmony with another person, there is no desire on our part to withhold or guard any thoughts or feelings. Because the other person responds similarly, there is an effortless knowing of what is crossing the other person's mind and what their passing feeling states may be. There is a total acceptance of our own humanness and that of the other. If we are really in tune with others, we forgive them when we see a passing jealousy or reactivity. We realize it is only natural, and we know that they, in return, are aware of our passing resentment. Yet they are overlooking it. They accept our humanness, and they understand the situation. They know us so well that they recognize the likelihood of a passing resentment in certain situations, but they know also that we are going to let it go. The people with whom we share a relationship of loving acceptance are okay with our humanness and their own. No matter the surface emotions, we remain aware of the shared alignment to love, acceptance, and harmony with each other and the world. This level of communication actually can be reached with anyone. It does not have to be someone with whom we are intimately associated. Very often we experience it first with our friends with whom there is less at stake than intimate family members. Another situation where it often occurs in the course of an average life is with an ex-lover. With this person to whom we have revealed so much, Now that there is no longer anything romantic at stake, a friendship might develop in which it is no longer necessary to hide anything. There can be truly open communication, honesty, and integrity. We see this not infrequently in couples that have separated or divorced. Once the turmoil has settled down, they get along easily and may even remain the best of friends for many years. So that is the entire section on connectedness from letting go. And as I said, the topic of this video was about how we can achieve a feeling of connectedness with other people by being non-judgmental and by accepting other people for who they are, flaws and all, without judging them for those flaws or without making them feel bad about their imperfections and their mistakes and their flaws. And this idea does not only apply to the relationship between two significant others, but as Dr. Hawkins wrote in that passage, it also applies to friendships and to the relationship between a parent and a child, or between ex-lovers, or it could also be applied to the relationship between a psychotherapist and his or her patient. So you see, in each of these types of relationships, when one person conveys this aura of acceptance and non-judgment toward the other person feels a lot more comfortable opening up and revealing him or herself to the other person. And this is very important if we want to really feel connected to other people during our lifetimes. Many of us have trouble feeling this sense of connection to other people, and it might be because we feel like they are going to judge us for who we really are, or it might be because we are afraid of finding some imperfection in that person or some flaw or something that might ruin our perception of that person. But we need to learn how to be non-judgmental ourselves and to accept not only other people for who they are, flaws and all included, but also ourselves for who we are, with all of our flaws and imperfections and everything else included. And we know ourselves better than we know any other person, because we are the ones who have had to live in our bodies from birth until now. We know all of the mistakes that we have made, even if we haven't told anyone else about those mistakes. We are the ones who look closely at ourselves in the mirror every day as we get ready for the day and nitpick on all of the imperfections and everything that we want to fix. So we are intimately associated with our own selves, and we have to learn how to accept ourselves with all of the mistakes, all of the past failures, and all of the flaws that we see when we look in the mirror. We have to unconditionally accept ourselves so that we can learn to convey that aura toward other people, so other people will feel like we will accept them for who they are as well, with all of their flaws, mistakes, and imperfections. So I hope that by sharing that passage from letting go, in addition to sharing my thoughts about this idea of feeling connectedness with other people by being non-judgmental, I hope that I've been able to influence you to think more deeply about your own attitude toward yourself and toward other people. Do you find yourself being judgmental toward yourself and therefore toward other people? Or are you open-minded, and do you understand that we are all human and we all make mistakes? We're not born perfect. We make mistakes and we learn from those mistakes and we grow from those mistakes. And in my opinion, a person who has made mistakes and learned from those mistakes and become a better person because of those mistakes is much better than somebody who has never stumbled and never made a mistake, because the former has learned something and the latter has not learned anything. So I hope, as always, that you've learned something very valuable from my video today and will think about this topic today and every day from now on. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and or watch my video today. And I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.